turn our attention to CARIFESTA 15, Barbados. It's happening. We're just about a month away. If you didn't realize it, we are just about a month away from when the entire Caribbean and from the rest of the world come to Barbados to be a part of really what is a truly wonderful expression of who we are. And so we want, over a period of time, to begin to sensitize you as to some of the activity happening for CARIFESTA so that you know what to do from the 22nd of August till the end. And so joining me this morning is the curator of the Visual Arts exhibition for CARIFESTA, Janice Whittle. Janice, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning to you, Pearson.
Thank you for joining us. And so I am all excited, are you?
Very much so.
So I know you've been through a number of CARIFESTAs. How many CARIFESTAs have you been to?
This will be my 9th CARIFESTA in this role.
In this role?
Yes. I've usually, gone with been selected to do the visual arts because I was curator of the Queen's Park Gallery. And this is the 9th, and I love CARIFESTA.
What about CARIFESTA do you love so much?
The thing about CARIFESTA that I love so much that might surprise you is the encounters that you have just with regular people. And, the normal people, the person who is sweeping the floor, the guard, the artist, the everybody. Because it brings out so much of the best I find in people when they're in it. Because everybody wants it to work.
Right.
And you've been looking forward to it so much that it brings out everything. I'll give you an example. When I was in Suriname, we were taking a trip to Mungo, which is a maroon settlement. And we were waiting for the bus to come. And my husband and daughter and I were, all attending CARIFESTA. And we fell into conversation with this guard called Maria, and we had a nice chat, and she told us about herself, and so on and so on and so on. And 5 years later or more, I suddenly got this call at home. We exchanged telephone numbers.
Yes.
Suddenly got this call at home, and the person at the other end of the line said, "It's Maria." I said, "Maria? Which Maria?" Because I taught and I've encountered many Marias. She said, "Maria the guard." I said, "Ah!"
So it's a really good place to come together as a people.
It's
we connect.
wonderful.
We connect at the same level, and that's what's the beauty of CARIFESTA. But being responsible for curating the visual arts exhibition, that must be massive.
It is. Well, I'm curating the visual arts exhibition. Usually it's Barbados's exhibition.
Okay.
But this time, because I believe so much in unity of the different countries, and my experience of having been in 9 CARIFESTAs has shown me how much that we like being together.
Yes.
And learning about each other and learning about a new place. So I decided, and this is not an original thought, I had seen it happen before, to invite other delegations to do a juried selection, people who are interested in participating. Locally, they select, say, the 5 best, and then pass those on to us because there's a limit of space.
Of course.
Because some of the locations that we would normally have had are no longer available to us because as various activities have grown. So they select, they send on their 5 from each country or whatever, and then we do a selection as well. And it really, that I'd first seen in Trinidad, in Suriname and Guyana, and it was so exciting to have all of this work in one spot as opposed to discrete exhibitions of wherever. This is so much nicer because you also get more of an opportunity to see the work that's going on in other countries and to see the excellence, because I do believe that the theme is Caribbean roots, global excellence. And one of my feelings as I've gone through life in the visual arts is that there's so many of us who can really make it, but we have to put ourselves out there and be seen. And in some of these CARIFESTAs, the first CARIFESTA that I attended in this capacity, Barbados was the only country that sold anything in the visual arts. And we were very proud of that, of those artists, and they were young artists. The late Alison Chapman Andrews was one of the artists who was present. But you need to be seen.
Yes.
You can be a genius, and if nobody discovers, well,
Who are
tough
you?
luck.
Correct. And so what you're putting together this year for CARIFESTA is
Yes.
a space
Yeah.
where all of the region's art, as best can be,
Yes.
will be accommodated and we can all come see. So who has responded so far? I'm curious.
Oh, loads of people, loads
Wow.
of countries. Dominica, Suriname, Guyana, Jamaica, many others. St. Lucia, St. Kitts.
This is fantastic. And so where's the space where we'll see this art?
Well,
It's still to be determined?
no, not still to be determined. I'd really be in Queer Street if that was happening. It's going to all be in, well, at least my regional exhibition.
Yes.
It's going to be, there'll be other exhibitions, it's going to be in Norman Center. Because we had that in 2017 as a location, and it worked so well because, I mean, it's there in the center of town. You might not set out as a local or a visitor
Right.
to find it, but you happen upon it because it's there.
Yeah, in your regular space that you
That's
walk
right.
through. And so
That's
you're interacting with art right away. Is there any piece that you have seen
Yes.
that stands out for you that we must take a look at?
I would never say. I would never say. It's beyond what my life
You're
is
forgiven,
worth.
you're forgiven. Well, give me a sense of the variety of visual arts that we could possibly see.
Well, what we're getting a lot of is photography. We have sculpture as well, and different types of sculpture, and we have some surprises in the actual artists who are exhibiting in the different areas. And we have paintings, of course. We've got, what I do find that I would make as a general observation here in Barbados and throughout the region, it seems to me, that the biggest influence on paintings is graphic design. And I don't know if this is because of the internet, because of Instagram, and that way of presenting images more so than we would formerly have done. But that I find is a very interesting thing. And now we have so many hundreds of thousands of murals that it's all that kind of graphic equality. So it's, that is interesting, as well as things like contemporary art. Contemporary art, we get outstanding contemporary art from the Cayman Islands. And they've got, in the last CARIFESTA here as well, they stood out. We have Guyana, we have all kinds of places.
Right.
It's really been good.
That's interesting, really interesting. The challenge of technology today, AI, I wouldn't say the challenge necessarily, but how has that art that you've seen so far, that will be a part of the exhibition, been challenged to use and incorporate the newest technology?
Not so much, AI,
right.
I wouldn't say. What I've noticed with AI is in people writing about art.
Okay.
Because I obviously would have grown up in the past with writers like, I would have grown up seeing the series Kenneth Clark's Civilization and other things. And as I said, I did art history. I specialized in art history as well as practical art. But I find that the AI generated, you can feed the information and then I, feed it out in terms of discussing the work.
Okay.
But for me, there's a blandness.
Yes.
There's a lack of, yes, the words are all the right words, but there's nothing about the energy and the personality that you are putting into your analysis that is missing. And I suddenly thought, well, how can these people get all this stuff done so quickly? But it doesn't have that great oomph.
Right. Are you passionate about visual arts in the region? Because what I've noticed, particularly in literary arts, is that so many people are writing.
Yes.
Are there still, for visual arts, so many other people creating?
Loads and loads and loads. But what is needed that we do not have as much as we should have is critical writing. Because I'm sitting in my little living room, I'm producing a painting, and I think it's marvelous. But there's not many people here who are writing critically, and because the societies are small, people are afraid to write critically. So they do not give proper feedback to how the work could be more interesting and could be developed a bit more.
But the conversation around all of that can happen around our visit to the exhibition space in Norman Center for CARIFESTA. I'm glad you said that now, so I know exactly where we're going.
Yeah.
CARIFESTA, by the way, folks, is happening August 22nd to 31st. And so all of us, each of us,
Yeah.
as a Caribbean person, we need to immerse ourselves into the creative spaces that are here on the island in Barbados, but also to rub shoulders with the other creatives and people who just like creatives,
Yeah.
really, in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a wonderful melting pot of all of who we are. We see ourselves in their work. We also see our differences
Yes.
in their work. And I think a walkthrough of Norman Center for the Visual Arts Exhibition will allow us to be able to see it. Because sometimes we sit in our own little chairs and we figure we have the full global view until someone else points to a little speck and we realize, oh,
Yeah.
it changes your point of view.
But I cannot leave without your being aware that there are other visual arts manifestations besides mine. Queen's Park Gallery is having work. There are murals being done. There's an exhibition and these are all done by my colleagues. Onika Small, Rodney Eiffel, and Akila Watts. And Akila is the person who did that huge mural on the post office.
Yes.
That
yes.
one. But anyway, so she is, one of her activities is to do highlight the work in the National Collection. Since 1941, we have been trying to get a national gallery in Barbados.
Right.
And we have not succeeded as yet, the actual building. So that is one of the things. And there are other activities as well, as I said, the murals and so forth.
So we will definitely be following this because we
Oh,
have time.
yes.
You have in your hand, I am so
Yes.
excited about this. Listen, folks, listen to this story. Go ahead, man.
This is the CARIFESTA, the first CARIFESTA that was in Barbados in 1981.
Look back this way.
Okay. Vanity, vanity, all is
Yes.
vanity. This is one of a medal that the Cuban contingent made, that everyone who participated in CARIFESTA, and they came, I remember, I wasn't in it, I wasn't involved in the capacity that I am here. They came on a ship and they stayed on board the ship, so they didn't have to find accommodation.
Right.
And one of the things they brought was this medal that was given to every artist, every writer, everyone who participated in CARIFESTA. And it says on the back, Cuba, and it's got a shell
Yes.
at the top. And on the other side, it says CARIFESTA 1981.
Wow.
So I was not in it. I always like to say, in 1981, I was busy breastfeeding, so I didn't do too much except go and enjoy.
Yes.
But my husband was given this, so we've had this.
That's fantastic. See?
We've treasured it all these years.
Lasting memories created through CARIFESTA indeed. And so it lives on forever. Thank you, Janice, for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
And of course, we'll continue to remind people as the days draw closer and closer and closer.
Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You're welcome.
Morning, morning, morning.